Hey guys, how's it going? It's Andrew or Nobody, and in spirit of the holiday season, I figured I could tell you guys some of my really funny Christmas stories. First off, I want to make a little disclaimer here because there will be a spoiler alert. If you're younger than the usual age, maybe let's say 12 years old. If you're younger than 12 years old, I would please click off of this video. I obviously can't force you to click off this video because I'm not at your house, but please just do us all a favor and click off this video. I do not want to be the bearer of bad news. If you know what I mean, then you can keep watching this video. If you're really puzzled by when I say that, you can just click off this video, please, and go watch some like Gangnam Style or something like that. But yeah, so I'm assuming now that only my mature audience is here, and if you're a youngin and you're still watching this, you better click it off right now, or I'm gonna be really mad at you. But just joking around. So first off, I'm gonna tell like three mini stories, one maybe a little bit longer than the other. So I'm in kindergarten, which is before first grade, and my sister and we set out all the cookies and milk for Santa and stuff like that. I don't know if everyone does that. We set it right by the tree, and then we go in our beds and we fall asleep. So I fall asleep and I wake up at like 2:30 in the morning. I'm just super hyper, like, but I have to pee really, really bad. And I'm just like clenching, like, oh my gosh, I can't go to the bathroom because if I go out there and I see Santa, I'm going to get scared. He's going to get in trouble with me. He's not going to give me my gifts or something like that. So I'm like, I can't go out there. So I'm just sitting in my room freaking out. And I actually don't remember what happened next. I think I might have wet the bed. I can't remember. But it was in kindergarten, by the way. I don't wet the bed anymore or anything like that. Good thing I didn't go out because I would have been spoiled, or I would have ruined the whole Christmas spirit, which is truly a magical thing. Christmas is no fun anymore for me, really, other than like the gift of giving and hanging out with family. But the magic of like Santa Claus and all that stuff, I miss that so much. And that's really why I made the big disclaimer in the beginning, because I don't want to ruin that for anyone, because it stinks after that, right? But that was the first story, so I just had to lay in my bed and just almost peed myself. Then the next one, this one's a little bit better, and this involves one of my friends, and he doesn't really know that I do this, so I'm just gonna call him Billy. So I'm over at Billy's house, and Billy has a really big pole barn, which is like a huge barn, and we see that at the top of there's like probably like 6, 8 feet up, and we're really young, we're in first grade. Um, there up there is this thing, it's labeled Christmas toys. So we're like, oh my gosh, you got to climb up there. So my friend Billy, I almost said his real name by accident, he climbs up there and he's hanging off there and he's like about to fall down. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not a good idea. And he's literally tossing the toys down to me. We're like, oh my gosh, this is the sickest toy ever. We're like, oh my gosh, no way, this one. And we're just going nuts. We're seeing all of his Christmas presents. And luckily we didn't connect the dots, but he got like, you know how they write, at least my parents do and his parents did as well. They write a tag on there like from Santa, from whatever. And they always have different wrapping paper. But he had some of them that were from Santa, but he found them right there. So we found all of his Christmas presents, but we never connected the dots. So we still didn't know that Santa really wasn't, that Santa wasn't real. Sorry if I spoiled that for you. I feel really bad every single time I say this. I feel like if my mom was listening to me say this, she'd get really mad. She's like, you can't post that on YouTube. Then the same year, that was pre-Christmas, obviously, because they were still in their garage and they hadn't been wrapped up or anything like that. The next time, or well, this Christmas, I wanted no, it wouldn't have been, so probably like fourth grade. I don't really know exactly when the Xbox 360 came out, but I had been asking for an Xbox 360. So I obviously told my parents, so they knew to get me an Xbox 360. But I was laying in bed that night before, and I was like, oh my gosh, Santa, I really just want the PS4 now. I want the PS4. I want the PS4. And I just kept on saying that, like, please, PS4, please, please, please. And he obviously didn't give me the PS4 because it was my parents, so they couldn't go out that night and buy the PS4. But I never got that. That was just like a mini story. I wasn't actually planning on telling that. Then second grade, I kind of went forward too far and then I'm going back again. But in second grade, this is by far the funniest story that I have to do with dealing with Christmas. So this Christmas, I don't even remember what I asked for. I don't think I asked for like a bigger gift or anything like that. And I may sound a little bit greedy when I say this, but keep in mind I was in second grade and didn't really have proper manners. So I run out there Christmas morning and there's a guitar out there and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I never asked for a guitar. I don't like the guitar. And I'm in like third grade. I'm like, are you kidding me? I instantly start crying and I'm like, Santa sucks, or not Santa sucks, Santa hates me, I'm a bad kid. And I can't imagine what my parents were feeling, like, oh my gosh, like, what did we just do? And they obviously couldn't return it because Santa bought it, so there's no going back from there. So I'm all in a bad mood about that and I'm like crying for the rest of the morning. And then my aunt and uncle, they always come over, and I'm not too close with them, but I know of them. But my grandma and grandpa come over as well, and they usually come before. But I run out there because I hear the door, and I'm like, go out and hug. I'm like, oh my gosh, hi, Grandma and Grandpa. And I look up, and it's not my grandma and grandpa. So it was super embarrassing. I run away again. It was my aunt and uncle. I run away again, and I start crying again. And then my other grandpa gets here, and he usually gives me like a sweet present. And he comes in with just 2 duffel bags, just full of nothing. It says nothing on them. It was a blue duffel bag. It was like a sailing bag. It says a blue duffel bag and a white one that says Andrew on it. That's it. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I start crying again. I can't imagine what he feels like. But being the prankster that my grandpa and my dad are, they had the other present outside. And then like after like 30 minutes of more crying, they're like, oh, Andrew, come out here. And they got me this thing. It's called Rokenbach. It's this really cool like robotic type deal thing. It's like you move these balls, and it's really cool. I actually sold it though, so it was like a cool children's thing. So basically, I got gypped out of all that, and I had the worst Christmas ever. I got a guitar that I didn't even want. My parents thought I'd like the guitar because I used to dance around and sing, but I still do that, and I still don't really like the guitar. Actually, I wouldn't mind knowing the guitar, but in retrospect, well, whatever, it wasn't that big of a deal. We sold it like 3 years later. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's another story in my head that I'm trying to think of. But I think that is about it. If I don't talk to you guys until the holiday or until like after Christmas and New Year's and all that fun stuff, I hope you have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Hope you get the gifts you wanted. And if I spoiled something, I'm really sorry. But yeah, that's one of the first stories I've done on this channel. I used to do like story time a bunch. But yeah, I guess have a good Christmas. Have a good Hanukkah. I don't really know what you celebrate. Have a happy New Year. Tell your family I said hi. And I'm going to tell you guys bye. So see you guys.